It's your girl Jacina Love. We're LES, Chicago's own Calboy is here in New York City, and we're about to pull up on him. You already know. Sponsored by Lavish Lift. See us on This Is 50. The pull up, y'all. It's Jacina Love. Can't wait.
Yeah, these PLBs, boy.
I always knew I'd be bigger than him. In the field, bitch, I'm deep in. I was raised in the deep end. Might have to get him off the path if he try to slow me up. And I got this glizzy in his back, boy, I might blow you up. And that G-lock, damn, I heard he shot. Chopper make him bang, bang. Shorty caught him lacking, knocked his locks out. Hey, hey, put him looking for me, I done popped out. I just rolled glizzy in his back, boy, I might blow you up. And it's more than 50 when we slide, you know them riders rough. If he playing silly about that bag, then we might time up. Remember, we was fucked up walking simply, we ain't have enough. We tryna get some cake, these niggas hating, they was mad at us.
So we're here, Jacina Love, with Calboy gracing our presence. We're out in New York City.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta go through this. So Chicago's own, signed to RCA, Polo Ground, right? Records. Then we have 4-time platinum, 3-time gold. It's Calboy, yo. Calboy, I'm so excited to have you here. How you feel here in New York City?
I'm all good. I'm chilling. You know?
You like the vibe out here?
Yeah, New York always been a vibe. You know, I've been coming to New York before I got signed. So.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's good to know. That is home for you.
Yeah.
So now you've been doing this music since you were 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah, about 8.
Right? Talk to us about that.
I just watched like my family members do music, my cousins rap, my father rap and produce. So at that time, I'm like, man, I want to do what they doing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they ain't taking me serious. So I'm just practicing. I'm watching YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the laptop downloading FL, downloading Pro Tools, trying to record myself. And then I just got good.
That's crazy.
You know, after years of doing it, you know, just come secondhand to me now.
So now I know Tupac Shakur inspired you. What specifically about his way of being inspired you?
Besides all of the music, of course, you know, it was the ambition, the attitude, you know what I'm saying? Like the way he talked on interviews gave me that motivation of like be myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what nobody talking about. I say how I feel, that's what I mean. Like, that's what it is. You think I get that from Pop. Sure.
I love that. And you really do. I looked at the content you have out and everything is super genuine. Yeah. You're not just answering you're not just giving one-ended questions, you know, answers to the questions, you know what I'm saying? So I really love that.
100%.
So now growing up in Chicago, what did Chicago teach you?
Stand on your P's and Q's. Chicago taught me a lot about being alert, just being aware of what's going on, not being so wide open, you know what I'm saying, keeping a circle tight, that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying, and it made you tough. Yeah, that's what it was.
Definitely did, and I like the whole idea of keeping your circle tight, because I feel like you're very family-oriented.
Yeah, for sure.
So that shows a lot, you know, and the way the steps you've taken, again, the way you speak, the way you express yourself, there's just a lot going on behind it. I'm a teacher too, so I kind of evaluate people, and you know, I'm a high school teacher, so I work. I know when I'm like reading a kid, I kind of feel what was happening at home, or you know, we gotta be like psychologists and teachers at the same time. You already know how it is. So okay, so what was the moment that you said, "Nah, I'm gonna do music. Nah, this is gonna happen for me. Like I'm taking this to the next level." What was that moment for you?
Probably going into my freshman year of high school. I always did music. Everybody around me knew I did music. You know what I'm saying? But when I was a freshman, like going into become a freshman, I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They talking about college. They talking about schooling. They talking about jobs and this, that, and the third. I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. I want to make music. You know what I'm saying? And then it wasn't until everybody told me I couldn't do it. Like everybody like, man, it's a million rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna be a rapper. Like, get real. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta live in reality too. So I started hitting that more and more as I got older. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, okay. I'm prove everybody wrong.
I gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I took it serious then, probably like 13, 14 years old. I'm like, nah, I'm serious. Like, I'm gonna get rich off making music.
So what do you feel about college and the whole idea with school and college? You feel like it's necessary? What do you feel about that?
Depending on the profession, it all depends on the profession because, I mean, a lot of situations. Well, I know a lot of individuals that's like mad well off if never attended school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And not even just street guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real professionals.
That's right, yeah.
They're like, I dropped out of school because I knew school was a scam. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what my millionaire friends tell me all the time. So I just think it all depends on the profession or what you want to do. You know, certain things don't require school. It just require just common sense or just like common knowledge on numbers or you know what I'm saying, understanding people. I don't think school have to teach you that. I think, you know, life teach you like most of that. You know what I'm saying? And I've witnessed like a lot of my friends get on like just knowing people, just knowing, understanding how things work in the economy and all that. And school ain't teach them that. They just paid attention and learned that. So it's 50-50 with the college situation.
Yeah. And I agree with you, depending on the profession, right? Because we
I know individuals with degrees that can't find a job right now.
Oh my God,
I know a lot
so
of them.
many. I was gonna say there's so
You know
many.
And then I know a bunch of individuals with no degrees that's super well off. They ain't gotta probably work another day. You know what I'm saying? To be okay. So.
And sometimes I feel too, do you feel like it's also the type of person that they are? You know what I'm saying? Because what is it that you're gonna do, or what is it that you're gonna focus on? You just have to have that. If you're not gonna have that school backbone that gives you the certificate that says, okay, this is what I'm worth, you gotta have
something else.
Yeah, you gotta have that.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I just feel like, I don't know. I get advice to just stay true. You know what I'm saying? Do what's right. Always do what's right. Do what you feel is right. You feel me? Don't do nothing to somebody else that you wouldn't do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people that have that go far too. You know what I'm saying? And don't need nothing else because it's the energies that they keep. It's the mindset that they have. It's like everything around them is just positive. So everything in their life is just gonna go positive, school or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just how it works. Just how life works.
Seriously. Okay, so now I gotta get into your sound, right? My favorite song is Adam and Eve.
Yeah, one of my personal favorites.
That song to me, I'm like, your music has soul. There's a melody. I mean, every song has a melody to it. But to me, it was like that song was almost tapping into rock. That song was like I heard so many. What is it that what inspires your sound?
All types of music. All types of music and sounds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, I look at everything as art. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be something simple like my homie tapping on the table.
You like, hold that
yeah,
beat.
Okay, I'm finna go make a beat with that same sound in it. Like, here, record this. I'm finna put this inside of the track. Like, I look at everything like that. So I'm inspired by everything around. But definitely alternative music, alternative rap. I like R&B. I like rock. I like everything.
Yeah, you could definitely hear it. And you don't stick to, I feel like you don't stick to one. I mean, of course you have, but it's not, every song has something different to give, you know, and your lyrics, bro. So, Envy Me, 2018, such a vulnerable song, such a deep song. How important do you feel with your, like, how important do you feel it is to be vulnerable when it comes to making music?
I really don't know the importance of that, for real. I just know my formula has always been to just be 100% me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I wasn't making music, I still be talking about what I talk about inside the music. You know what I'm saying? Or I still carry myself how I carry myself with music. So I just keep it a buck. I always was a vocal person about what I go through in my head. I was always a vocal person about all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is.
And I think that's why you're so relatable.
Yeah.
You know, a song like Envy Me was something that you could literally sit down and something we're all feeling, no matter the age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's. I feel now we're in a time where we need vulnerability the most, which is why I asked the question. I feel like we're in a time that, you know, we're going through this pandemic. We're seeing so many deaths, so many, you know, young rappers dying. And I feel like we lack that. You know, we got into a mode of just partying and just pushing that party. And it was like, you know, out here in the hood, we need to hear people like, you know, we need to hear the artists like you who are talking to us, who are living this and made it.
Yeah.
You know? Which gets me into this next question with anxiety. I know you suffered from anxiety.
Yeah.
And I feel like mental health is so important right now. I love the fact that there's such a big awareness on it. What took you through that? What's your secret for that?
Mental strength. You gotta pray for that. You gotta like,
amen.
You gotta like go get that on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up where I grew up and like going through what I went through is like it was just like the devil attacking my mental. You know what I'm saying? And if you convince yourself that it's over, it's gonna be over. You know what I'm saying? Or if you convince yourself that you're going through something right now, you're gonna go through it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta search for the mental strength. You know what I'm saying? I started reading. I never used to read. Then my brother used to put me on books that helped me with my mental.
He was just telling us about that. I'm smiling because he put us on to like 50 books in a matter of 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's him for real.
I love that.
And he read this. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna change the whole outlook of life. Read that, read this. So I started reading. I started meditating. I started to like just calm myself down and just breathe and just say like I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm here because I need to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay. You gotta say stuff to yourself like that until you mentally strong. So you ain't gotta repeat it to yourself. You know, you gotta hold it up there until it's just like second into you.
It might sound crazy, or maybe not crazy, but or just fake maybe. But when I'm in those moments, I'm literally like when I'm shaking, jittery type. I have literally I'm praying in my head, and as I'm focusing on the prayer, my body's just and it's but it's just focusing on that one thing that gets you to, you know. So I totally like I love that you had said that now.
I think people that deal with mental illness just go through a lot of chaos in their head. It's a lot of chaos, and then it convince the individual that something is wrong. When all they gotta do is take a step back, just take a step back and align everything. You know
how crazy the mind works, right?
Yeah. Your man is a strong motherfucking thing. Just, you start thinking all chaotic and shit, your life gonna be like that.
That's
you know what I'm saying? You just gotta take a step back, maybe separate yourself from whatever you around and just get your shit together. Like get yourself together and just
and not being afraid of that calmness that comes after. Because I know that, you know, I've said to people like, you know, I just turn to prayer and they're like, all right, but then what? You know, but you gotta, it's that belief that it's gonna take care of it, you know, it's that belief that you could, it's manifesting, you know, that like, no, I'm putting this out into in the air and I'm praying about it and I gotta let go and let God. Man, I love to hear it. Okay, well, the last 8 months, bro, every month you've been dropping craziness. Craziness. I mean, we got Gang Gang, Grounds featuring Fabio, sorry about that. brand new from King Von, rest in peace. You know, the fact that I know that was somebody that you worked with.
Yeah, it was my cousin for sure.
Sorry for your loss. It's something that, I mean, again, the industry is such, you know, I asked somebody this the other day. I said, we as artists, we come into the industry and we're looking for better, right? We want a better life. But it's almost like the life follows us regardless, you know? Like we begin to live how we're living in the street and our everyday, because this is all we know too.
It's all about the energy you keep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep saying this in all my interviews and every time I talk to people. Once you elevate, once you become a successful individual from wherever you're from, you cannot take your mentality and your ways with you. Once you elevate, you gotta elevate everything. The way you move, the way you think, the way you speak, everything has to change. You know what I'm saying? Or something is gonna stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to tell my homies that all the time, like, y'all, if you want better, you gotta do better. You gotta move better. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we just obtain a bunch of cash or a bunch of success to fuel what we already had going on. We gotta get whole new situations. And that's the downfall on a lot of my peers. It's just like they kind of like they elevate everything around them instead of just elevating themselves and getting the fuck up out.
And again, it's all we know,
Yeah.
you know. So you're thinking like, oh, I'm living better, I'm doing better, that it would just come with time.
Yeah.
It's like getting a mansion and trying to put the old apartment in the mansion. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you want the new stuff, right?
Yeah.
You don't even want to take the same bed. You're like, nah, I got the mansion now. I'm gonna get the bigger bed, you know?
And even if the individuals come with you, the individual's mental has to elevate.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to elevate, and that's what's not going on.
Word. Love the way you put that. So now, Miseducation,
Yeah.
Lil Wayne. Oh my goodness. First of all, your features are bro, you've worked with everybody in the industry. Everybody. Is there a strategy behind that? Because I feel like so early in the career, but you've tapped into so many dope artists and they all fit your sound. You're just somebody that I feel like no matter where they put you,
I'ma go.
you go.
I just keep it real. I think a lot of my peers identify just to like the genuine vibe I bring. I just be real as possible, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with none of the drama. I'm not with no problems. I don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I come from where I come from, they know what it is already. I don't have to say nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just come respectable. I come positive all the time, and I think everybody identify that. So it's easy to click with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may have worked with people that don't even like each other, but both ends support me. So it's no problem. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm such a positive impact on whatever I touch.
It's crazy. Okay, so let's get back to Miseducation. Lil Wayne, tell me, how was it working with him and how this came about?
Wayne DM'd me on Instagram.
Yo, the power of social media, right? Where we at nowadays.
That was crazy. I didn't see it for a long time either. I didn't see it for a couple weeks or a couple months. And my brother hit me like, he was just looking through my request there. He like, you know, Wayne DM'd you a while ago.
Like,
bro.
huh?
You tripping, bro. Like, you need to be proud of that man. I didn't even see it though, you know what I'm saying? So I hit him back like, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? He hit me right back. You know, we locked right in after that. And it was just like building after that. We was just building a relationship, you know. He was learning how I was moving. He said he'd been watching me since like 2018.
I could imagine. And I believe that because Wayne is somebody that I feel like he studies the industry,
Yeah,
you know?
he like, man, I've been watching you. I know, man, y'all been going. You know what I'm saying? And he like, do this song for me. He sent me a song. I sent him a song. So we kind of like traded verses.
That's so fire.
And got that shit back in like an hour. It was slick.
That's so fire. That's so fire. I love the way shit happens, and it's one of the reasons why I do what I do. Because I love the stories behind it. Like, just to think. Like, you know, I can't even imagine you getting the DM from Lil Wayne.
I low-key was tweaking out a little bit.
Because you worked with so many, but it's still, I feel like when they ask me, so I interviewed Sean Paul the other day, and, you know, they're like, okay, but what about when you interviewed so-and-so? And I'm like, every experience, even down to artists that are not well-known, you know what I'm saying, that are not big, it's still a vibe. It's still getting, you know?
Because every individual is different. That's why my advice to my supporters and stuff be like, just be yourself. Don't try to mimic nobody image. Like, just be yourself because there's only one you. You know what I'm saying? If you're 100% you, anybody outside is going to identify like, oh, that's different. Because there's only one of them in the world.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, just be yourself. Don't come.
Love that. So now, freshman class, double XL. I mean... You're not no freshman, but we're gonna take it. Yeah. How you feel about that?
It was cool. It was a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, personally, for me, it was big. You know, like, maybe not for my career, But for me, it was big
I
because
love to hear that.
XXL was something I watched growing up. You know, when I was a kid, I'm watching other rappers like, man, this was going on. So for me to be right there under the same light in front of the same camera, like, okay, I made it to where these guys made it to. I know I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. I wasn't so hyped about, oh, it's gonna change my life. It's gonna boost me up. Like, it was more personal for me.
Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. When I said you're not a freshman, to me it's like you surpassed all of that. But at the same time, for you to say that right now, that's so humbling. You know, to hear that, to say it was still on my list.
Yeah.
And I got to check it off. You know, whether or not I passed that and I'm coming back to that, it was still on my list. And I got to check it off.
Yeah. It was real, like, that was lit. And then I rock with all the other artists that was on there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know a few of them, but most of them I knew already. You know, just by chopping it.
That's so cool. I wondered that, right? Like when you get in the mix of artists like that. Some artists, I've heard artists say like, nah, I'm so into my shit that I get lost with what's out there. So when I'm approached with stuff, it's like, oh shit.
Sometimes it's like that. But sometimes it's inevitable to see certain people.
Yeah.
You know, if they doing good, you're gonna see them somewhere.
That's right.
So I seen a lot of them on that list already, but I definitely had that tunnel vision sometimes. So I'll be like, man, I ain't heard nothing new from nobody. Like, all I know is Calboy right now. You know, for real.
So I love to hear that you were inspired by Elton John.
Yeah.
I love to hear that. And what inspired you was how timeless his music was.
Yeah.
What do you feel goes behind timeless music? Because I truly feel your music is gonna be that. It is that already. Like Adam and Eve. I listened to it today. Right on the way over here, we listened to it like 4 times. It was brand new.
Yeah. I think the same is what I just said earlier. Is like, if you're 100% you, it's only one of you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna want that again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you create timeless music just by being like yourself and being free. You know what I'm saying? The gimmicky music is here and there. Like, you know, it's here and then it's gone a while. Because it's another fad that's gonna come out that's popping, and then somebody gonna jump on that wave, and that's gonna be here and it's gonna be gone. Like, you know, while all those rappers is doing that, jumping in, jumping out, it's still Calboy here. Because I'm myself. I'm doing what I believe is great music. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's gonna last for a long time.
Love that. So April 3rd is your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming up. You gonna turn up? Yeah, dropping a bunch of stuff. You got something? Do they know about the 420? You dropping something?
This is my first time speaking about it, but we can speak about
it. Okay. Your brother kind of aired it out, so I threw it in there if you don't want us to speak about it.
420, I'm gonna do another single release. That's pretty huge. 10 Toes Down.
Fire.
And this song is more like a jazzy, soulful song. Like, when the camera's turned off, I can play you the song and all that, but it's just a different type of Calboy, you know? Some that I've never tried. Well, I've tried before, I've never put out and let my fans hear me try it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be different.
I can't wait, because Adam and Eve is like, so I'm like, I have a feeling like it's gonna be just a total different sound.
It's a Cool and Dre record. It's a Cool and Dre record.
All right.
So it got like a real vintage sound. You know what I'm saying?
Timeless.
Yeah.
Going back to that word, manifest that.
Timeless, for sure. It's fine.
So here with This Is 50, right? And 50 Cent has done so much in his career, in the industry. How has he inspired, or looking at his whole, you know, the businessman, the rapper,
I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot of summers we was getting off 50. Like 50 up there though, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of stuff. But 50 just was one of them street guys earlier. Like, you know, like I was in the streets then, you know what I'm saying? Not really like all the way in the streets because I was a baby. I'm just seeing all the street stuff go on for real. Like when 50 popping, my auntie pulling up in a big old Yukon, picking us up, blasting the 50. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
I'm getting inspired by that, but really like, man, these folks are gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one of the early drill rappers, I would say. Cause he was talking that real gangster talk, and then you know, talk about getting popped up and I ain't dead, you know what I'm saying? That type of talk. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm rocking with 50. You know what I'm saying? So he inspired me in a lot of ways to just you know, had that tough side too. But on top of that, he became a mogul in a lot of different ways. Like, man, jumped on television and acted a fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, shows, TV, movies.
Yo,
like,
the shows are
vitamin water.
hitting.
Like, the man invested in grape and went crazy. Like, great flavor. Like, that's legendary stuff. So I really rock with 50.
You know, at the culture, we love the grape flavor. Like, come on.
He knew, like, and that was just common sense. Like,
Yep,
school ain't have to
exactly.
teach you that.
Yep.
You know the urban folks love the grape.
That's right.
Great flavor, everything.
That's
grape
right.
drink. Whatever it is, great. You know what I'm
Anything
saying?
great.
See, just knowing the people and knowing the economy, he knew, like, okay, y'all missing the grape flavor. Let's get rich. I need the grape flavor. And that really worked. Like, that's another one of those things where, like, they don't take a degree to, it just takes some common sense. It just takes a little thought. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just step back and just think, like, okay, what y'all missing? We can add this. Take nothing. And we up. So, yeah, I rock with 50. Shout out 50.
So now, we're in NYC.
Right.
What's one of your favorite places in NYC?
I like Negril.
Oh, okay.
I like Negril. I can eat Negril every day, for sure.
Well, I'm gonna take you to Cats. You heard of Cats? The famous pastrami sandwiches.
You put me on.
All right, well, we're gonna put you on right now.
For sure.
We're in the area. We're gonna do some real NYC shit here. And we're gonna go to Cats. What do you like to do for fun?
I
On your time off?
like painting.
Oh, wait, I didn't hit that.
Yeah.
Painting, he draws like anime.
Yeah.
Don't just say painting like you would brush going.
Nah, but that's probably the main focus. I love painting. I like just dealing with my dogs. I be breeding.
How many
Frenchies.
dogs you got?
I got 4 Frenchies at home right now. But you know, I have a litter come in and out, so I probably have like 8 dogs at home. I, you know, kick it with them, send them out to my mom's house, to my brother's house. So it's a lot of in and out with the dogs. And then I deal with my reptiles a lot. I got 9 of those.
You were supposed to be a veterinarian. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I just like the outside. I like the nature. I like, you know, plants and trees and
Nah, that's
Pines
really why
and
you're
shit.
in tune to
yeah.
who
so
you
I like
are so
animals
hard.
too.
Yo, but 9 lizards? Wait, they're not
Yeah.
reptiles.
Yeah.
Everything's a lizard to me.
Yeah,
if
all
it
of
crawls
them-
on the floor, I'm like lizard. Alligator's a lizard. Everything's a
Yeah.
lizard.
Most of them are lizards. You know, I got 3 iguanas. I got a blue tongue skink. He's about 3 feet. He's about this big. Well, he's
That's
about that.
insane.
I got a savannah monitor. I got a Asian water monitor. What else? I got 2 bearded dragons.
Oh my! I wanted to buy one for my son, but I heard they smell. So
Yeah, they
they.
do stink a little bit. They poop a lot.
I'm like,
What else I got? I got 2 leopard geckos. I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting
That's
one.
so crazy. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And the fact that you're who you are and have time for these babies.
Yeah.
Because animals take, my son wants a dog and I'm like, no.
See, what I do.
Like I would literally not go to a club just because the dog is going to be home alone. Like, no, the dog crying. Like I came home, the dog had tears. I can't.
See, what I did was I put my family members in tune with what I do. And then so like some of my cousins realized, man, I like dealing with animals. I like these. So I pay them to just babysit while I'm gone. Like, see, I'm here in New York. I got one of my cousins at home, and he just feeding and cleaning up after everybody while I'm not there. I check in, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool.
Oh, he's a good animal daddy. Check in.
Yeah. It's cool.
That's awesome. All right, so we're about to get out now. Oops, the cat. Sorry, guys.
Cat.
Thank you. So, cats. I heard since 1930. I don't know. Don't date me on how long this. Oh, actually, look, since 1898.
20 ounce, a nigga been drinking. Yeah. If you with the squad, I give you my heart, little nigga, I mean it. I was fighting some demons. In the field, bitch,
We just came back from Cats.
Yeah.
It was on. He said it was on. All right, you know what? Maybe it's a New York thing.
Yeah, it's a New York thing.
Yo, Calboy, we thank you for this personally. Like, truly, truly an honor for me. Yo, Chicago, New York. Jacina Love. So, yo, sponsored by Lavish Lift, doing the damn thing.
Yeah, that way.
This is 50. We out here, yo.